Hey guys, what's up? How you all doing? So, literally, one of the things we have to take away from this episode is to look out for our strong friends. Those friends that we think every day that they're so strong, they're so empowered, they look out for us always. They are on top of their games. Always look out for them. Today, I just urge you to call them, write to them, and just ask them how they're doing. It's very, very important that we reach out to these people and just know that they are doing okay. We see a lot of things happen to Olive. It was a consistent breakdown. It didn't just happen all of a sudden. From her losing what I mean, she literally is losing somebody she has liked from way back, Adam. You see her losing an election which she planned so much to get. You see her friends getting like a separated view. You also see her like failing her exams. All of that happens, and her friend is winning. She's trying to sub in the winning, and then Evelyn is there to press it down. And I mean, her whole world at this point in time is crumbling in front of her, and she cannot manage the situation. That's why, even as strong people who are always there for your friends, sometimes you just learn to let yourself be pampered, deal with situations progressively so that they don't pile up and talk about things. Olive is somebody that talks about her feelings, things that goes on and happens to her, but we have seen her consistently break down so much, especially with the coming of Evelyn, that it's been crazy. But I like that, Adam won, and he's not trying to rub it in. He's trying to be cool about it and still trying to figure out a way. It's a very dicey situation. You've won and you cannot 100% celebrate because your best friend lost, and you know how sore of a loser she can be. So the scenarios are very, very dicey. Guys, please make sure to subscribe, so let's talk about it from the beginning. Evelyn and Robert were Adam's campaign manager, and Adam won. Congratulations to him. Even though the winning, with everything that Evelyn did, we still got to a winning at the end. It didn't come very well. From the last episodes right up to this one, we have consistently seen Olive breakdown, and we saw Esther's reaction. Esther is a G, like she's that kind of friend that she's going to be with you. She's this kind of people they call day one friends. Esther's reaction was just crazy with what Evelyn was saying. Evelyn is just somebody that she doesn't play. She's very, 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 very shady. I with the way she does, but Olive needed that because she has been on top of her game. Sometimes I just think failures are important. If you succeed all the time, you know how to manage failure, and it's important to understand failure and manage it earlier on in life, so that as you grow, life is tough, life is hard, you're going to fail a lot of times. You should be able to take it in. So I like the fact that those are some of the lessons that are glaring, and we all can see and learn from it. So the whole situation, we get Ashi as class delegate, very subtle delegate, and Esther is standing up for him. But at the end of the day, you're a man and he has to man up and do what he had to do. And I like the fact that he had to like stand his ground and tell them that he has already selected and they won't choose, because people can be very mean, and if you don't stand your ground, nobody's going to let you like get your way out of things. So I was very impressed when he did that. I was like, yeah, that's the spirit. So he talked about the peer-to-peer and the academic plan, which was amazing. For smaller school systems, this can be really great if you have a very good class that can follow other. Those who are good in particular subjects can tutor others. But now my problem is how realistic that can be. How much free time will you have to tutor another person in a realistic sense of the word? Because if you go to school 7 to 3 p.m., after that you have to go home. You have other things to do at home. People like Romeo, they work, so you have to go home and work. And so how are you going to balance up? That's some of the things that I didn't understand about the idea of the tutor and the academic plan. Or would they do it when the teacher is not around? What is going to be like the dynamics? Because it doesn't seem like it's a workable plan. Anyway, according to what I understand the school system of education is, it doesn't seem like a very, very, very workable plan, except they intend to stay back after school. So we went on now to see like the whole Romeo situation. Romeo was being given pep talk today. Yeah, some people, what he said, the things he said, I liked how he said it, but I don't like the fact that they were comparing her to Aries. I really don't like comparison, because a lot of times, instead of it to boost people's morals, it brings you down, because you start to look at the person from a different angle and start to see what is special about the person, what is different, and you try to at every point in time compare it to who you are as a person, and how you can, rather than how you can reshape yourself. There's a whole internal competition. When you see the person, you want to look at, am I looking better than the person? Am I more beautiful? Do I dress better? There's always going to be that continuous mindset of competition in your mind, which I totally believe is unhealthy. And then we get to see Romeo. Romeo is just a bad guy, honestly. Romeo's junior sister talked about the fact that their father is not present. There's one thing I watched today, and it was said that there's a difference between being a good husband and a good dad. One of the things, which is something that we should always look out for, it's different from somebody to be a dad, and it's different from them to be a boyfriend or a husband. And for most part, we don't always look at those things. Look at it now. Romeo is a whole working boy, which is great because he's independent and he's making his own thing, but their dad is not present in their life to give them the man training that they need. Hence, look at how he behaves and reacts to situation. He's a more of a ladies man, he's not a respectable person, and he doesn't get any lessons from his father, which doesn't mean that single mothers cannot. A lot of single mothers do it, and they do it well. But if you have a father that is alive, it's good that he should not always be busy. He should be present for his family, for his children. At least that's the baseline. He cannot just give money once in a while and then pop out, and his children do whatever they want. For me, it didn't make sense. Like, just looking at it from outside in, it's a bad example of that, honestly. So we get to see them. They were talking about Esther, Ashi. They were talking about they're talking about Evelyn. And my problem is the amount of energy they even give to the Evelyn. How would she not think that she's badass? They give her so much energy, always talking about her. Now she comes and say, I can bet you guys are talking about me. And guess what? They were talking about her. She made all the comments that she made, and they're still giving her high and mighty treatment. Literally, they had to move from there. They went to Flora, and Esther didn't. Olive didn't. Rather, Olive wanted to go home to just rest and, continue to absorb her pain. Then the real team, Romeo, Olive, Esther, Ashi, all of them, they went out to Flora's bar to go just have eat and celebrate their win. That is some situation right there. Imagine you losing, yeah, and your best friend is going to celebrate because she's still best friends with the person that won. That to me was I'll be annoyed somehow. So she went home, stayed indoors. Her whole room was dirty. I like that. After, with the whole messy discussion and Evelyn being who she is, just seeing the wrong things and just annoying as usual. I like that. After that, Esther went to check up on her, noticed that baby girl was not fine, so had to take care of her friend, which is so important. I don't know, I cannot lay emphasis on how important it is to have great friends who will be there for you when you need them, and you don't have to call on them. They are there. They are like spirits. They are like the Lord sometimes in your life. They just understand. They just have that feeling that, okay, things are wrong here, and you see them, they'll pull up for you. I really, really, I don't want to say use the word adore, but it's a big deal. When you have such friends, you need to be fucking okay. We don't use that word. We need to be very grateful. Thank you guys for joining in on today's video. Please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. The the notification bell to get notified whenever a new video is being posted.